makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm super excited for this video because today I'm going to be talking about a really cool bundle from a smaller indie company, which I have been really loving. So the company is SydneyGraceCo, and they came out with the No Joke bundle. So real quick, just have to give you guys a little backstory in case you're living under a rock. On April Fool's Day, Tarte came out with a palette that they said this is coming out, and everyone was super excited to leave a picture on the screen. They were like, thank God, like finally something new and different from Tarte and just from the makeup world in general, like this is what we want to see. And then they were like, April Fools. So the joke kind of backfired on them because several brands have came out with their own version, and different people on YouTube have duped it with stuff that they already have in their collection. So it's kind of been fun, it's kind of been inspiring, but I saw this bundle and I fell in love because I just love the colors so much, and I thought it was perfect and so bright in blue and green. So this is what the bundle looks like. It is called the No Joke bundle, which is hilarious. I love the name, it's so witty. So I can leave a picture on the screen of what their, like what the bundle looks like in the layout that they did. Well, actually I did a picture in the layout they did, so I'll just leave my picture. But I went ahead and rearranged it into the way that I like, just because I kind of like to go from like light to darkest. And that's just my aesthetic, but this is all the shades. I love them so much. I think they are beautiful. So I wanted this video to be very all-in-one and kind of give you all the information you need if you're trying to decide whether to buy it or not. So I'm going to start off with my review of the product, and then I'm going to go ahead and jump on into swatches, just show you how they swatch, and then I'm going to go ahead and end off with tutorials. I have 3 different looks using this bundle. One that I have on right now, which is kind of like a mix of the blues and greens, just super fun and pretty. I did go ahead and throw on some lashes before I started filming. These are just House of Lashes Starlet, I think. Okay, so the entire bundle retails for $42, which is not bad at all. Most of their eyeshadows retail for $5 to $6 individually, depending on what formula they are. Their pressed pigments are $6, and they're like super ultra foiled eyeshadows. And I was lucky enough to get 20% off because they had an entire like site-wide sale when I placed my order, but I was able to find a promo code called Ripley15. I will leave in the description box as well so you know how to spell it. I think I ended up paying $33 for the entire bundle, and I'm not mad at all because it is just absolutely beautiful. And plus, I just think it's so nice to support a smaller indie company. So now let's just zone in on the quality of the No Joke bundle. Overall, I am very, very impressed. I'm very happy. The mattes all blended like a dream. They are just beautiful, super, super nice. I did notice, like, for example, I think it was this blue one. I kind of went in with my first layer and it was like, it was nice, it was light and pretty, but I went in with the second layer and I kind of built it up a little bit, and like the mattes just build up so beautifully. And the darker mattes, like this one right here, it kind of looks black in the pan, but it is the most rich dark green shade. It is so beautiful. It blends so easy. Like I am beyond obsessed with the matte formula. So as far as the shimmers go, I did have a problem with one eyeshadow, and that's going to be this one right here, which is called JB. The problem is it's so pigmented. It is amazing, but you have to apply pressure to get that pigment. So I was having a really, really hard time applying this particular eyeshadow with a brush. And I ended up having to go in with my finger, and I had to really dig into the eyeshadow to get that pigment onto my lid, which I know the pigment is there, it just was not applying easily. So whenever I went ahead and did this look, which was the last look that I did, I used this shade, and I went ahead and wet it first because I feel like these feel similar, and I think that wetting the eyeshadow really, really helps just kind of get it on there. It's already super pigmented, but it's I don't know how to explain it. It's just kind of, it's pressed kind of harder, I think I would say. So it's just a matter of getting it onto your lid. I don't think it's difficult. I think you could definitely use a brush as long as you spray it. And I'm trying to explain myself correctly because there are other eyeshadows that I've said, like I sprayed my brush because the pigment's barely there and you're just trying to get it to work. But you spray your brush with these and it's just like liquid eyeshadow. Like it is amazing. It is beautiful. Like it makes everything so much easier, and you don't have to have a fancy setting spray or anything. You don't need MAC Fix Plus. Like you can literally use a $3 e.l.f. setting spray and it'll work. Like even the this one feels softer. It's just JB in general is just a little bit like you have to kind of get pressure to get the pigment to come off. So I'm not mad at it. it's just not my favorite shade, is this one right here, which is just kind of, it's more of like that satin type of formula, and I used that just a little bit and I had no problem with it. It worked fine. Definitely not my favorite shade. I think that if I could do one thing different in this bundle, even though obviously what they were trying to do is, you know, keep it like the Tarte palette, I would probably get rid of that satin shade and I would do a really pretty like green duochrome highlighter shade. I think that would, like, just something lighter than Perfect Vacation, just something really like white with green undertones, I think would be amazing with this. But overall, I'm in love. I'm so happy. I love the colors. They perform amazing. They're all super beautiful. I think if you like these colors, you literally can't go wrong. Like, definitely, I think it's worth your money. And then I just want to mention really quickly, just in case you're like staring at these eyeshadows down here, if you think they're pretty, I could just go through the shades. This is Sunbeam. This is Boy Crazy. This is Mint Green, Temptress, and Sunken Treasure. I've been looking for the perfect green gold, so I grabbed this one and it is really pretty. So I'm very excited to get that on my eyes. And then Temptress was part of their new collection as well, and it's like a neon, absolutely neon green. I can just swatch these for you all real quick. Do you see how those swatch? Oh man, they're just amazing. So I think that's everything I wanted to say about the bundle. I am not disappointed at all. I personally recommend them. I think that they're really amazing, and you guys can definitely expect to see more from Sydney Grace Cosmetics on my channel because I'm very happy, and I bought all of these myself. I'm very impressed. I think it's a really great indie brand. If you guys want to see the swatches and tutorials, then just keep watching. So I'm going to start off with a light minty shade, and I'm just going to run that through my crease, slowly just building it up. And then I'm going to take this slightly darker green shade, and I'm going to place it just a touch lower in my crease and build that up as well. This is a really pretty unique green transition shade. I think it would be really cool with a lot of different looks. And then I'm taking the darker olive shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw that into my outer corner, just building it up and blending it out. And now I'm taking the darkest matte shade in the bundle, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that on my outer V as well. I'm making it even deeper. I love this shade so much. And now I'm taking the really pretty mint green, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. And then I'm also going to go ahead and use the Organzy inliner in green on my waterline. I'm just going to go ahead and take Ofra's highlighter in the shade Glazed Donut, and I'm going to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. And that is the finished first look. I really love this just nice soft green eyeshadow. Now for the second look, it's going to be a really pretty bright blue smoky eye. And I'm going to start off with the lightest blue shade, and I'm just going to put that into my crease. I'm going into the next darker blue up from the previous one, and this almost has like a pastel neon vibe to it. I really like it. It looks so beautiful when you build it up. So I'm just putting that into my crease as well, and also kind of throwing it into my outer V just so my blending is even easier when I add a darker shade there. Now I'm going in with the darkest blue matte shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and deepen up my outer V with this. My camera was out of focus, so you can't see me applying it to the outer V, but I did apply it also along my lower lash line, and this shade blended like a dream. Now I'm going in with the mint shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my inner corner with this shade and kind of bring it onto the inner fourth of the lid. I'm taking the shade JB, which I told you guys I had a little bit of difficulty working with, and you guys can probably see the struggle is real trying to get this shade to show up on my eye. I eventually just went ahead and went in with my finger, and it does end up being very beautiful. Last but not least, I'm just going in with a little bit more of the mint, just to kind of build that up and blend between the inner third and the blue shade. I'm also going to go ahead and use the eyeliner from RNCN, and this is the shade True Blue, and I'm just putting that into my waterline. Sorry, I stink at staying on camera. I'm just applying some mascara and using a black eyeliner on my tight line. That is the finished look. So the next look is the one I'm wearing in the video, and it's just a mix of the blues and greens, and I really love how this one turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the lighter green shade, and I'm just going to use that as a transition once again. And just slowly building that up. Next, I'm going in with this shade. It's kind of like a teal. It's really beautiful, and I'm just going to really build this up on my outer V, working it into my crease. Now I'm going in with that really deep dark and matte shade, and again just deepening up my outer V. Now I'm going in with a light blue shade, and I'm just using that to buff out the edges and make sure everything's blended. And then I'm going to go in with this beautiful metallic blue-green shade, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. I am going to spray my brush just to make it easier. Then I'm taking the dark satin blue, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on my outer V, kind of just blending between that really pretty light shimmery shade and the darker mattes. And then I'm going to take that shade along my lower lash line as well, and then I'm going to take the lid shade, which is that beautiful metallic shade, and also going to take that along my lower lash line just for a really pretty pop.
that really pretty mint, and I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my inner corners with that shade, really go in with it and make it as vibrant as possible. I love how this adds to the look. And then I'm going to take the Argancy In liner in the shade Jade, which my camera's blurry for, and then finish off with mascara. And that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the little tutorial. Sorry I stink at staying in frame, but I will try to be better next time.
So that is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.